The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. They couldn't wait. While the people of Mali were still counting their dead and the smoke was still rising over the Caribbean town of Kati, the French media began their second attack. Not with bombs, but with words. Within hours of the April 25th strikes, outlets like France 24 and RFI were already singing the same old song, Mali is failing. Mali is failing. Only France can save them. The audacity is staggering. Today on the latest June 1, we aren't just looking at the news. We are exposing the psychological warfare. They want you to believe that sovereignty is a mistake. The same people who are depending so much on the United States of America that can do anything for them. They want you to beg for the return of the very people who spent decades in our own country while the T group only grew. Family, let's tear this lie apart. What exactly are they claiming? They are saying that before GNIM and the FLA coordinated these attacks, the AES security architecture is a failure. They are pointing at the loss of Colonel Sadio Kamara and saying, look, without our backing forces, your leaders are targets. But let's ask the question the French media refuses to answer. Where did these T groups get their intelligence? How did the T groups in the desert coordinated a strike on a garrison town like Keti and Bamako airport simultaneously? The French media acts like they care so much about us. But they are celebrating. They are using this tragedy to tell the world that Africa is incapable of self-defense. It is the classic colonial script. Create the chaos, then offer yourself as the only solution. Let's remind Paris of the history they forgot. For 10 years, France had thousands of troops, drones, and fighter jets in Mali. Did the T group stop? No, it spread. It moved from north to the center. It moved into Burkina Faso and Niger. Under the AES, Mali has taken back Cadil, something France never allowed. Mali has nationalized its resources. Mali has stood up as a founding member of the AES Confederation. This attack isn't a sign that Mali is weak. It is a sign that the enemies of the Sahel are desperate. They are attacking because Mali is finally moving towards true independence.
Counterterrorism is a war of attrition. The support of the authorities of the population will allow us to be able to win this fight, and soon this problem will be a distant memory.
How can we not salute the heroes of this struggle, that is to say, the men and women who gave their lives for the homeland?
I would like to have a thought for all our soldiers who are currently engaged in operation. I would also like to wish a prompt recovery to our wounded and express the wish for the repose of the souls of our illustrious departed. Yes, tell our hostages and the parents of our hostages that the authorities, the military hierarchy, we are doing everything so that they can regain their freedom and join us so that we can continue the mission we started together.
The weeks and months to come will be used by the farmer and their leaders to better refine strategies and galvanize the troops for the final victory. But this cannot be achieved without the contribution of each of us.
If France was the only power that could help, why did things get worse every year they were here? Why are they pushing this? Only France lies so hard right now. Because they see the resources slipping away. They see the AES Confederation forming its own bank. They see the energy partnership with Angola and Zimbabwe. They know that if they can convince the world and the Malian people that the leadership has failed them, they can trigger a regime change and put their puppets back in power. But we want to remind France that they should go back and read their history, how we set them free. This isn't about helping Mali. This is about helping the French treasury, because we know France is broke. They want our gold, our uranium, and our dignity. They want us to believe we are children who cannot walk without a French crutch. Well, we have news for them. The crutch is broken and we are walking away. Family, do not believe the narrative of these people. Deceived by the expert analysts on French TV. We are taking power back. We are not going backwards. Africa is reclaiming everything. And France itself cannot defend itself. If France has any power to do something for us in Africa, France should use that to claim its sovereignty away from the United States of America. We heard Emmanuel Macron, how you are also so dependent and now you are fighting for your own liberation. France can never do anything on its own without the assistance of the United States of America, Europe combined. So let Africa be. Africa do not need your help. If you have anything to offer us in Africa, use that to strengthen yourself. Use that to get your sovereignty and stop being dependent on other people. Even the president of the United States of America said it, that you, the Europeans, you can never do anything on your own. So why then do you claim you can be the ones that can help us in Africa? Use your strength to set yourselves free and let Africa be, because Africa do not need you, and we are proving it to you. There is nothing that you can do that will change us back into slavery. Nothing will trigger us to rise against our leaders. Just as it failed in Iran, it's the same way it's going to fail in Africa, and there is nothing nobody can do about it. The time for you to start looking for how to survive is now. We are in a new world order. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Europe and in France.